When I joined 180 Degrees, one of the things that was very important to me was that we connected our rural and urban shelters. I grew up on a farm in rural Minnesota. I have 8 other siblings. My parents accepted foster kids. All of the things that I had experienced in our family, the things that were about community, prompted me to move forward and start working with youth that were disconnected, youth that were in the justice system. My name is Dan Farr. I'm the CEO of 180 Degrees. In 1971, Robbie Robinson had been in and out of prison 7 times. And when he got out of prison for the last time, he moved into a dilapidated mansion called Clifton Place. He fixed up that mansion and he started to accept guys who were coming out of prison who could live individually in the rooms. And that was the beginning of 180 Degrees. Central to the buildings that we have are the kitchens and the places where they eat. Some of the adults that we have in our program are really lacking when it comes to nutrition, healthy behaviors, and habits. And so the kitchens have become a hub for us, and we've actually developed programming around cooking, nutrition, sitting down together and being able to do those things as a broader group of what you'd call the 180 family, staff and youth and adults who attend our program. We have a gaming room, we have an arts and crafts room, we have what are called calming spaces in all of our shelters. Kids either go to school on site or some kids are integrated into the local community schools. And either way, it is really important for our kids to be able to get back into what we call educational achievement and graduate from high school. Change happens through relationships, and 180 Degrees is a relationship-based nonprofit.
Life at home was difficult. Didn't get along with people. I was a very angry kid. My name's Devin. I'm 22 years old from Chatfield, Minnesota. I think I was only here for 2 weeks my first time. Then the second time was a weekend, and my third time I was here for, I think, 9 months. Something I learned at 180 Degrees was working with my anger and appreciating the small things in life. It gave me structure, that was the biggest thing, and they also made it feel like I was a family member there, not an inmate or someone who's stuck there. They made me feel like family. It's a smaller group of kids here. Each counselor can talk to a resident one-on-one to really get to know them, know what's going on in their lives, and Lance did that. Any moment with him was really impactful on me. When you talked to him, he could tell that he cared. I'd say he was more of like the uncle to me. Not really a father figure, but he was still there. I still find myself today trying to find structure better than what I currently have. And I think if I didn't come here to learn those skills from 180, I wouldn't be able to do that today.
Relationships are really important for nonprofit. When I joined 180 Degrees, there was a deficit of about $1 million. And so we had to make some choices about what the future was going to look like for 180 Degrees. So we decided to focus in on youth shelters and then coming out of prison. When we were first looking at our programs as a total, we started to think about trauma-informed care. Trauma is really what provides the instability for kids across our programs, and what we wanted to do was really address those key issues of instability, of trauma, of what kids were experiencing when they come to shelter. The other thing that we started to think about was outreach, aftercare, and all the kinds of expansion that we could go through. So when I got to 180 Degrees, the annual budget was about $5.5 million. And this year the budget is about $12.5 million. Our banking relationship changed the trajectory of the organization. We had a trusted partner that believed in the mission that we had to fix up our facilities and to move forward. For 180 Degrees, our mission is about people. So we rely on our staff, and we rely on our clients, and we rely on our partners to understand that we are a people business, and that having people first is how we approach our work. In this work, most of your funders and your funding sources are all looking for these outcomes. How are you doing? What kind of achievements are the clients making? And it doesn't always work out like you'd think. I have I've seen tragedies happen at all of our facilities and throughout my 30 years. I've seen youth that have committed suicide. I've seen adults that have overdosed. And so those things are really hard. And the things that keep me, and I think keep a lot of our staff going at different times, are the daily interactions, the small things that happen, somebody who is having a good day rather than a bad day.